Where did your mindset and the way you reason as far goes this whole ball game of pursuit, what the guy should do, what the guy can't do, what the lady should do, and all that, where did it come from? I'm just here to ask you questions and provoke you a bit so that maybe you can start thinking about it and then we can build a topic together. Where did it come from? And maybe finally, so that I don't take it too far, because the idea is just to get us thinking and get us interacting and see where your thoughts are at and see how we can build it up. And like I said, maybe next time I'll bring some people on or I'll carry it on. I have this statement, and this statement I hold dear to, and I believe it. I believe it. I believe the statement. I believe that what begins a thing sustains a thing. I'll repeat. I believe that what begins a thing sustains a thing. Most times when you're lost, what do they tell you? To track your steps, to step back, to go back to where you last remember being. Even if it means, if it's an actual physical lost, if you can walk back to where your journey started and start again from there. What begins a thing sustains a thing. If any of your equipment in the house, your TV or whatever goes bust, where are you taking it? To the repair place, to the storehouse, most likely the manufacturer, the place where it began, so that it can receive some sustenance or some diagnosis for it to be sustained. Rather maybe fixed before we talk of sustained. What begins a thing sustains a thing. Man always has to go back to God for solutions, for example, because what begins a thing sustains a thing. We began in God. It is He that created us. Okay? So my question is this, and I think it's been a challenge in most relationships as far goes the whole issue of pursuit. If pursuit begins your relationship, pursuit will have to always sustain your relationship. And mind you, life at certain points in time becomes so dicey, becomes life, because life can be life sometimes. And the whole luxury of how you were pursued to say yes might not necessarily find space within the context of life happening for you to be pursued the same way or in a similar manner. And I think it's possible that there's relationships out there that have broken because the pursuit ended. Funny thing is, you give the example of a hunter and you call a guy a hunter. So he's a hunter when he's trying to get you, but he should stop being a hunter when he gets you. Think about that. Sila, I'm just here to provoke some thoughts and get you thinking. You say a guy is a hunter. If you call a guy a hunter and he's the one to pursue, are you not indirectly also kind of giving the impression that if he's the hunter, then you are the prey to be pursued? Sila, think about it. That's where I'm coming from, and that's what I want to forward to you or push forward to you so that you can begin to think about. And maybe some of the reasons that women have continued to be prey as far as guys are concerned is because we have incubated this theory, we have accepted it, and we've left it out there that the guy is the hunter, he's the pursuer, and what is the woman? We've never clearly defined it. We just know she's on the receiving end of the hunt or the pursuit. I am here to tell you that hunters hunt prey. And they don't hunt it to keep it. They don't hunt it to be a decoration. What is hunted is devoured. Is it possible that some relationships and why they've not worked out is because of this same mentality of one who was hunting just to catch and kill, and after his kill, he moved on to hunt again? Just provoking thoughts, but think about it. Where did your basis for believing pursuit come from? Where did your knowledge of relationships, pursuit, and all those things come from? Who taught you? Is it possible that you are living in a third generation, holding on to a tradition that you don't understand where it began from? Are you that person still cutting the fish in half just because that's how you learned it, not understanding that now you've got bigger pans that can take the whole fish, but you are imprisoned by a tradition that came from people that had small pans that could not fit the entire fish? Just questions. So let's hear your thoughts. What's your take on this whole pursuit thing? Should guys pursue? Why should they pursue? Where's the biblical evidence that guys are supposed to pursue? I was hoping not to go here, but let me provoke you with some Bible examples. Eve was brought to Adam. Adam never pursued Eve. There's a lot of people that have the belief that after Adam blamed God for the woman that he was given and said, "It's the woman that you gave me," that God kind of washed his hands from man and now left the ball game in man's hands and said, "Now you'll be pursuing for yourself." Show me the scripture. Where is it written? I know some of you have heard that statement before, but where is it written? Tell me. You probably can't tell me. The same way you can't find a scripture that says God helps those that help themselves, or cleanliness is next to godliness, because they don't exist. It's a theory that man propagated and has now sat in your mind as a belief. But where did it come from? Probably doesn't exist. And I can show you different examples, but today is not the day for that. But if I can show you that with Adam and it was in the beginning, then maybe God's intention was never really this game of pursuit. Maybe God's intention was that he would bring her to you and present her before you. And when you see her, you'll be able to testify, "Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I have found her. We shall call her woman. Her name shall be Eve." Because even for Adam, because he had been able to see the animals walk by two by two, he knew there's existence of such a thing called the other one. So when he saw one of his likeness that had come, because he recognized the absence by his exposure to those animals that were walking two by two, when Eve came on the picture, we can say Adam found Eve. But mind you, Adam never pursued Eve. Eve was presented to Adam. Just my thoughts for today. I'll leave it there. God bless you.